Do you know anything about IELTS?
Yes, I know.
Okay, what do you know about IELTS?
So I know that IELTS exam consists with all skills like speaking, writing, reading, and listening. So, and each skills consists 2 or 3 parts. For example, if we say about writing, so we should write writing task 1. It's they gave for us only 20 minutes and some line charts, diagrams. So we need to write essay according to this line chart. And the second part, they give only 40 minutes, and we should write an essay. Maybe about 100 and not 100, 250 words.
Okay, it's for task 2. Task 1 is 150 maximum.
Yes, 100.
Actually, it's not maximum, minimum 150, but it's my suggestion that not exceed 175, 75, and for task 2, not try to exceed 270. Otherwise, you will lose your marks.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about academic and general writing task 1 or academic and general IELTS? What is the difference?
I know that differences between them, it is academic IELTS, it is a little bit difficult than general. That's it, what I know.
Which one is the most difficult one?
Of course, academic IELTS, it is difficult than general, more difficult than general.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think general IELTS is the most difficult one. So why many countries in the world ask general IELTS, not academic one. And there is only one difference between both. It is IELTS writing task 1. It is the only one difference.
In academic?
Yes. Academic or general, it doesn't matter. Just academic writing task 1 is different. In general IELTS, you should write a letter. Maybe formal, sometimes semi-formal.
Okay.
Your friend, maybe for an accommodation, asking for help, for university lecture, for your university lecture, you should write a letter. But in academic IELTS, you should generally describe a pie chart, maybe a graph, a line, a statistics, a report, or such kind of situation, such kind of a question. It's just about statistics. So why we call it academic. Generally, it's about numbers. So always academic IELTS is the most easiest one. Because just you need to see and describe. You don't need to create new ideas, or you don't need to write a letter, especially if you are not good at writing. So let's start. Academic writing task 1. Why I would like to start with this? Because when you want to talk in IELTS or in maybe proficiency test, you should know some adjectives, adverbs, or descriptions, descriptive words. And it is good to start with writing task 1, especially academic one. You can use increasing, decreasing, slightly, sharply, steady, stable, on the line, or so on. So you can use them in your conversation. If you want to talk about healthcare, this IELTS speaking part 2 and part 3. If you want to talk about COVID-19, you need to use this adjective and adverbs. It has been increasing, or it increased between 2019 and 2020. And 2020, it reached its highest point, right?
Mhm.
I'm describing, but it is speaking part. It's for speaking part. However, if I want to use them in writing task 1, it is the best way to learn. So you can adopt them into this speaking part. And as well writing task 2, because in writing task 2, academic or general, it doesn't matter. You should describe, you should answer for a question. It can be an argumentative topic. It can be an opinion essay. It can be a discussion, or advantages and disadvantages. For all of them, you should know these adjectives and adverbs. So
Mhm.
before practicing it, let's learn what is IELTS writing task 1.
Okay.
First, if you want to write an article, it's not task 1, task 2. It's about speaking, because in my lesson, or in my opinion, if you want to talk, you should talk like as writing an essay, organized conversation, organized speech. So it should be more coherent, logic, fluent.
Mhm.
So to do it, first you should think, what is the topic? Who is the audience? Or who are they? The environment. In which place or where are you talking now? And then, what is your thesis? What is your argument? What is your point? What do you want to talk about? Think it and then plan. Paragraph by paragraph. It is for speaking, it is for writing as well. In the first paragraph, what I want to talk about. In the second paragraph, how can I do all of it? How can I start? How can I finish? In the third, it is the same, and maybe fourth paragraph, it can be your conclusion. So it is the always easiest way to do it. But generally, many students do it without planning, because they want to talk. Why IELTS examiners or Cambridge, British Council gives you 1 minute before 2 minutes speaking to prepare, to get ready, right? Take some notes. But many of our confident students say that I don't need 1 minute. I want to talk. Okay, let's start. But you can't talk. Why? Because you don't have any plan. Speaking like a good speaker requires planning. A good plan.
How should
Okay?
we make this plan, for example?
Oh, it is the easiest way to plan any essay. I will teach you how can you plan. Okay? But generally, maybe on YouTube videos or in our English courses, it's taught that you should think in English, speak in English. Absolutely no, not do it. Not think in English. It is not your native language. You can't think in English, because we generally misunderstood this situation, this phrase.
Mhm.
If you want to speak, let's think in English. Let's think in your own language, so you can start to practice, 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 practice. Then you will learn practicing. Then you can apply it. But before, if you don't have any idea about this situation, about this topic, this question, not try to think in English, because you can't do it. First, you need to think in your native language to organize your essay or your conversation. Then, paragraph by paragraph, plan it. And I will teach you. So, what do you need? Especially for IELTS and proficiency tests, you need a successful, detailed research for each question. If you don't know, if you don't have knowledge about this topic, you can talk. So you have two options. I'm not thinking that you are in the exam now. Just you are practicing. If you don't know the topic, first search it. Try to get knowledge. Or the most important one, it's my technique. Try to change the topic.
Change the topic?
Yes.
How?
It needs practicing. It needs tactics. How? For example, if I ask you, what kind of question? The most crucial effect or outcome or horrible outcome of COVID-19. Tell me about something, or what is your opinion? What is your opinion about bad outcomes, horrible, terrible outcomes of COVID-19? Not try to give an answer. Just tell me what you want to talk about. That's all.
Death,
First, list.
diseases.
Okay, diseases. Third,
For example,
it is the first tactic.
solve problems.
Sorry, repeat.
Solve problems.
Solving problems. Okay, what kind of problems? How can you solve the problem?
For example, how we can save ourselves from this pandemic,
Survive.
from virus,
It is surviving.
surviving.
Okay. Fourth,
Search and information on Google.
information, not any information. Information is uncountable. It is researching.
Researching.
Okay, maybe. But the most terrible, I would like to use terrible, mistake of students is what you did now. I asked you bad outcomes. Bad, terrible, negative
This is
results.
negative.
Okay, but researching is not negative. Researching is a requirement. You should research. You should search. I could not research. You should search. You should analyze, examine. It is not negative result. First, understand the question. Generally, in IELTS lessons or on IELTS videos, teachers start to teach how can we write, How we can write? First, understand the question. This is the most important one. If you understand the question, you can give an answer. I repeat it again. Negative result of COVID-19. If you don't know anything about COVID-19, imagine yourself in this situation. What's happened to you?
I
What
will
kind
be
of life
scared.
you live?
I will be scared because of this
You'll be
virus.
scared.
Mhm.
Hence is totally wrong. COVID-19 happened the last year, not in the future.
No, I want to say about the future. Okay. For example, it is about this, the first, the negative, bad, terrible
Yeah.
situation.
And it is the second tip for IELTS writing speaking, because now we are practicing speaking as well. Be
Mhm.
careful about tense.
Okay.
Questions tense. Question is in the present, but the meaning of question is in the past.
Mhm.
I ask you a general situation, negative outcomes, negative results, but COVID-19 happened. So you should talk always in the past.
Okay.
That. Second,
Mm,
imagine yourself. What did you suffer from?
stayed at home,
Lockdown, specific
lockdown.
vocabulary. Lockdown.
Yes.
Quarantine, it means.
Quarantine. Yes. Diseases.
COVID-19 was the most serious disease at that time.
Virus.
COVID-19 is a virus.
Okay. For example,
It is why it's too difficult.
what can I say?
You are trying to think in English now.
For example, isolating from
Isolation.
family.
Isolation.
Isolation.
Being separated from
Yes.
our
Friends,
relatives.
relatives. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
It is difficult to care about our family, for example. If someone, it was difficult to care about our family.
yes. But why?
Because we can't touch our family, for example, because of this virus.
Keep in
We
touch.
can't be next to them.
Mm-hmm.
It can be dangerous for us.
Mm-hmm. It is quarantine, isolation procedures.
Yes.
Okay.
Настя записывается видео. Знаешь? Yeah.
So,
That's all. This.
always close your eyes. Quarantine, COVID-19, what happened? Birth, death, lockdown, it is quarantine. You couldn't go out. You couldn't go to your work. You couldn't earn money. You didn't earn money. You struggled with income, less income. You couldn't supply your family. You couldn't buy food, vegetables, or meal, anything else. It is supplying. And many people were fired from their jobs.
Ah, yes. They couldn't earn money.
Global inflation, vaccines, and civil war happened in many countries against vaccines. Many people didn't want to get the vaccines.
Because they were scared to get
No,
this
I think
vaccine.
they were just anarchists.
They thought they will die after this vaccine.
I don't think so.
What happened with my camera? Okay.
It is not a good way to kill millions of people with using vaccine. It's just a theory. Cosmic theory. No. Or Bill Gates implant chip in this vaccine. It's impossible. It's a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
It can transmit electricity.
People don't know about it.
Because they are
yeah, they thought that after this vaccination they will die. So someone did a fake vaccination passport.
Yes. It is nothing. So now you are trying to discuss what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You get some key points. So preparation is getting key points, writing key points. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
It is researching and the structure. How can we outline the article? First, it is about writing task 1, task 2. It doesn't matter. Especially it can be for IELTS speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You should follow this rule. For task 2, I give an example, so we can employ it for task 1. First, you have 250 words limit and not exceed 220. Why? Because your IELTS examiners are paid for 1 hour. In 1 hour, they should read and correct and evaluate your exam. Okay? If you write too long essays, they can't finish in 1 hour. But for second hour, they are not paid. They don't earn.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't continue to read your essay. If they can only read 150 words or 250, they evaluate this part. It doesn't matter, maybe you can write band 9 essay, but you will get band 4. Why? Because you write too long. Not write too long, not write too long. It is for speaking as well, not try to speak too fast or too long. Because you have 12 minutes to limit. And you should give answers for all of these questions. So,
Mm-hmm.
for IELTS task 2, First paragraph is your introduction. Second paragraph is your main or body paragraph 1. Third paragraph, it is your second body. And fourth paragraph, it is conclusion. Introduction and conclusion. They should include maximum 4, minimum 3 sentences. To reach 250 words. And organize. Not write too long first paragraph, too short second paragraph, too long third paragraph. They should look the same. They should seem the same. It means look well. Okay?
Okay.
Main paragraph, 4 or 5 sentences. Not try to reach 6. It will be too long because if the main paragraph 1, main body 1, is 6 sentence paragraph, the second body should be 5 or 6 sentence paragraph. So it will be too long for your essay. You should organize it. And conclusion, 3, maximum 4 sentences. Introduction. Introduction, this organization is similar for IELTS Task 1, Task 2. So I explain it in this context. Always, for band 6, 7, you should paraphrase the question with your own words, but not try to repeat paraphrasing. Try to give your own idea about this question, but not discuss. It is a little bit different version of paraphrasing. This is the first sentence of introduction. Second sentence. It is the easiest part. What is it about? Give an outline of this question. And third sentence is the last sentence of introduction. It is your thesis statement. What is your thesis? What is your answer for this question? Basically, not give all details. So, main body 1. The second paragraph it means. It should express the outline, the basic details of your thesis. Explain your thesis. Not repeat your thesis, explain. Then, give details about your thesis statement. Then, third, example. So, you can write only 3 sentences. It is easy. What is your opinion? Explain your opinion, for example. Okay?
What if this question will be about agreement or disagreement, for example? Which one we should choose? Only one? Agreement or disagreement?
It's about IELTS writing task. It's about agreement, disagreement. What is your opinion? Argument.
We are talking about writing task 1.
Yes, I will explain all of them. But this is the basic one. You should remind. What is your thesis? It is the last sentence of your introduction. What is your opinion? You should choose only one. And for speaking, for writing, it doesn't pretty matter. Always stay positive. Not be negative in the exam.
Okay. Only positive.
Not negatively. Not write negatively. Not choose negative one. Why? Why?
It will be difficult to explain.
Maybe. Why? It is difficult.
Because we need to give our opinion to explain why we think negatively.
Yes, if you think positively, you should explain why you think positively.
But positive, it is easier than negative.
If you want to talk positively, you should support your idea. If you want to talk negatively, you should reject the other idea. Supporting can be done by anyone else. Rejecting requires knowledge. It is about scientific theories. For example, parents, I ask you, many people think that parents should help their children with their homework. What do you think about it?
I think I agree with this statement, because as a parent, we have to support, to help to do this homework. For example, we should explain the way how to do this homework, because maybe children have some difficulties about this homework. So as their parents, we need to explain.
Okay, reject this idea.
I need to say negative.
Choose the negative side.
For example, children should be should attentively study at school, because, for example, children should be ready to real life. So maybe their parents won't be next to them all the time. So they should find a solution on their own. So no need to wait from a parent's explanation about this homework. So he can research on Google, find a solution, so on. So, and if I say about negative side, so parents don't have to support their children all the time. Maybe they can show a way, and that's it. But no need to do their homework.
Well, it's not clear now.
Okay.
If you ask Faruk, did you let? No.
Why?
Because you didn't follow the rules.
Just talk about work.
You are just thinking. What I said to you.
Make a plan.
What is your opinion? Explain your
Perfect.
opinion. For example, always. In speaking, in writing. Yes, I try to explain it, but it's not today's topic. It is another day's topic. We will discuss it later, not now. And we talked about language, I think. Practice, practice. It is the last one. And then we will go to writing task 1. What kind of practice you can do? First, you should see or you should encounter with the question part. It's about global warming. It's about healthcare. It's about political situations. It can be about everything. But I had an IELTS student in the past. And she was just 1-2, but in 2 weeks, she got 4.5. Without new vocabularies, without grammar rules, just some kind of tactics and techniques she used. What are they? First, I told you, organization.
Mhm.
Second, if you don't know the answer, if you don't have any knowledge, if you don't have knowledge, you can change the topic. If I ask you global warming means climate change. Climate change means seasonal change. If season change, you can't walk, you can't run in winter or in autumn. Some countries suffer from cold weather, some countries suffer from hot weather because of climate change. It's about health too. Actually, the first question was about environment, but I changed the side to healthcare.
Mhm.
Global warming, climate change, hot and cold water. Cold water increases, cold weather increases diseases, transmitted infectious diseases such as flu. And because of cold weather, you can't go out. So you will gain fat.
Mm.
You
No
become
physical
lazy.
activity.
No physical activity. You become a couch potato. Hot weather. You got bored. You should use air conditioner. Air conditioner causes increased number of bacteria, different type of bacteria. Bacteria mean diseases. So air conditioner means increased electricity bill. And because of hot weather,
Which part?
you can go out again because of sun.
Yes.
So what is about what I'm talking about? Why she got 4.5 without knowing anything? Because she changed the topic. I told her that it doesn't matter. It's about technology. It's about science. Always in IELTS.
Mhm.
Topic can be changed to healthcare. If I ask you smartwatch, what do you know about or what do you think about smart gadgets? What do you know about smart gadgets?
Smart what?
Smart
Gadget?
gadgets.
Gadgets.
Device is big one. Gadget is small one. Maybe small.